Hey, how y'all doing? Everybody's feeling good and great and all that old shit. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know I already did my workout this morning and I'm gonna continue it after I finish this. I did my little ride in, you know what I'm saying? Before my day actually, well, it started, but you know what I mean. You know, it keeps me, so I hope you find something that keeps you, and that you do it. You understand what I'm saying? But anyway, y'all know how I do it. I just jump right into it. So, Lord, child Jesus. Y'all know I like watching series, so I did watch this war documentaries, period. So I watched something on Netflix called, I think it's called Keep Sweet, Obey and Pray. Yeah, it was so much motherfucking, it was polygamy, pussy control, and pedophilia up in the PPP up in that bitch. I said, oh, Lord. Y'all have to go and watch it, but let me just give y'all like just a brief of what the fuck was going on over there. Like, see, my thing is like with religion and how it like really controls people's minds. Now, in this particular religion, I think they were the Four Latter-day Saints, I believe. Now, I don't know. I can't remember. Y'all know I don't remember shit. But go there, y'all, watching y'all there. You'll figure all that shit part out. But this is a real fucking story that actually fucking happened. They revered this man as a prophet. They had their own land. These motherfuckers was making money like a motherfucker. Well, the higher ups of the church was where and the people who lived on the land, they didn't have any ownership. It was ownership of the higher ups, you know, like the one that considered himself the prophet and I guess like in his henchmen. It's just y'all motherfuckers was henchmen from the what the fuck y'all was doing to these people, exploiting them and shit. Have free labor, like it was a whole bunch of shit. But okay, so anyway, y'all get all that shit if you when you watch the docu-series called Keep Sweet, Obey and Pray. So my thing, well, I'm sitting there watching like, oh my God, just how you how they control them. And like when you don't have no knowledge of something, like you're oblivious to what something is. So thank God that there was like two women, three, I think it was three of them, that actually left, you know, ran away from it. Um and you know, because they had their own mindset, was like, you know, like this shit, like no. And then they was, you know, marrying these girls off. We're gonna talk about that in a minute. So anyway, they had the guts to leave, right? And in telling their story, the one female was like, I've thought that because once again, they weren't taught about sex education. They don't know anything about sex, right? All they did was read shit about the Bibles and sing these horrible motherfucking I was like, bitches, y'all trying to hypnotize me through the TV, but no, I'm too strong for that shit. These like, how do you explain it? Like cult like fucking songs. I was just like, oh my God. And they all looked the same, what they had the same. Like it was just the same. Like it was just fucking crazy. So the one lady said that she thought that women got pregnant through kissing. That's how she thought that, you know, when a woman got pregnant, like because they had no knowledge, no one was teaching them nothing. The only thing that they learned, like I'm telling y'all, is shit from the Bible and the shit that they was like preaching to them. That's it, and they sang those motherfucking scary ass hypnotic fucking songs. So so the prophet, this motherfucker had like 60 some wives. And so the girl said, and Mike, he had like age range, like some women that was probably like, you know, when he was in his prime, you know, they were probably in their prime. And then as he got older, he started marrying girls like 20, 19, and all that old shit. And they had to kiss him. He like 86 years old. Can you imagine? Oh, no. Mm-mm. I ain't doing it. I can't do it. And the one, and so he was still able to fuck and shit. Can you imagine? As a young person with somebody like that. Now, if we're the same age, that's different. You know what I'm saying? But this, like, and they have no clue about what sex is about. The man said, she said that he said, lay down and open up your legs and, you know, tell her to take clothes off. And she just, you know, no love making, no pleasure for her, just only for him. You know, the audacity of selfishness in sex is ridiculous across the board for a lot of men, especially like in that case, right? Now this is where the motherfucking pedophilia comes into play. Why this motherfucker was marrying girls off to like 14 years old to like 30 something year old fucking men and 20 something year old men. And they get pregnant, having babies, looking like a little girl. But mind you, this also happens in other fucking cultures too. So this ain't nothing new. But just like I didn't know like the mindset of the whole shit was just like mind boggling to me. Like this is what I preach to women all the time and people in general, but especially women. You definitely have to have your own mind, right? But mind you, these children, like there's generations and generations of motherfuckers who grew up in that fucking state. You know, in that. And then the men, some of them, they would throw some of the men's out, like the young boys, just throw them out. So, mind, this is all they know. So now they out in the world, don't know what the fuck to do, don't know where to go. They just kick them out for whatever fucking sick reason, maybe because they wanted all the women to themselves or whatever the fuck. Who the fuck knows? And they also was taking their children from. Man, see that religion shit? See, religion can also fuck people up when it comes to sexuality. Like these people, these women were clueless about it and didn't know anything about like lovemaking and how pleasurable it's supposed to be and can be. But these nasty ass men who are in power take advantage of the whole situation, which I find like a lot of people that be in power tend to take advantage of that. Not everyone, but a lot of you like just you claim that you holier than thou, but bitch you ain't. You's a nasty motherfucker. You know what I mean? You's a nasty motherfucker. Cause you doing shit like that. And knowing you manipulate these people. And then on top of that, so the one that was 86 years old, he died, and his son became one. And then this motherfucker, he was getting investigated because they had, the ladies had ran away, and they was sharing their stories with the authorities that the pedophilia was happening, and these young girls just get pregnant and all this shit by them married to these grown ass men. And this motherfucker was out, they not supposed to be about the world, but he was out in the world with his 8 other wives, because I think he had like 20 something. He had a double digit number of wives, but he took his best 8 with him when they started investigating. They like he out, at Disney World, going to the strip club, all this shit. Hypocrites. But I think we all are hypocrites. Like, I believe that's definitely true for like just people in general. Like you can be a hypocrite, but don't be selling people on shit. Like at least be honest about your shit. But luckily that the second dude that's supposed to be the prophet, because after the father died, listen, there's nothing to that like had me like, oh wow, like that just how far gone they were. The one chick was like when the prophet that they knew known as the prophet, when he passed away, they really thought she was like that he was gonna get up and be resurrected. That's what she thought, because this is what they are teaching her. The point of this whole shit is, listen, do get you some spirituality because it's important. However, my personal belief, now everybody's beliefs is different. I believe this comes from it's within. Now, if you do choose to congregate with a religion and you know what I'm saying, and that's fine too. But make sure that you always have your own mind. Like it's important for that. Now, when these men be hand selected, and just like in Africa, like how they would give their daughters up, they say that they want them to live a better life because they may not be materialistically wealthy, but they feel that somebody else is, so they'll give their daughter up like 14 years old to some grown ass man. And then my one friend who's from Africa tells me, no, they don't have sex with them. Are you out your motherfucking mind? They ain't fucking them. If that nasty motherfucker is calling this bitch his motherfucking wife, he's fucking her. You're out of your mind. Ladies, have your own mind. Like, for real, think for yourself. Don't let a man like dictate to you or any religion or some shit like how shit's supposed to be. You have your own thoughts like that. I'm so proud of those women that left who was just like, nah, this shit ain't right. Like, it's a whole thing. Like, you really gotta watch it. But the point is, it's just how they have the pussy control. Like, and women gotta dress like they gotta be totally covered. All your hair has to be like this. Like. No, honey, it's called being an individual, and people need to stand on that. Now, I do agree that there is places like for fashion where things belong, where you wear certain shit. Because you just have to be careful as a woman because a lot of men, some men aren't uh, taught to respect women or girls and keep your hands off. Listen to this shit, yo. This motherfucking rapey motherfucker. I was looking at this dude like he was a young dude. Not looking at him like that, like But I could tell that he was a cutie. You know what I'm saying? I was just like, oh, he's cute. You know what I'm saying? So it was this man who gets on. They both get on this at the same time, and this man he started, talking about religion and shit like that, which is something that does happen on New York City Transit, and loudly, and so they both was from Africa. They didn't know each other, but the one guy was like, the dude that was doing the talking, he was like, yeah, I know this man. He wanted to go to jail. He said, because I seen you touch that woman. Like, he put his ass on blast. I was like, right? And I just started looking at him like that. You nasty, rapey bitch. Like, and shit like that. Not to say that warrants a man to do anything to any woman when she wearing whatever the fuck she wearing. But you do have to know that there is some assholes out here. You know what I'm saying? Who don't have no respect for women. Or allowing their hormones to get the best of them. Clearly, you can just clearly go home and beat your dick. You know what I'm saying? That violate somebody. I wish that girl would have called the police on his motherfucking ass. Because bitch, you need to be handled. You know what I'm saying? But listen, y'all need to go and watch it, please. This is just like a brief overview of the shit. But my point is that just how they had like such control over the women, and you know what I'm saying. Oh, and also, do I think of what I think about polygamy? I don't have a problem with polygamy. Now, if that was a man who wanted to introduce me to that, but here's the thing though, boo. It's some rules and regulations on this motherfucking side. Like, first of all, your pockets have to be so long and deep. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not staying in no house with no same bitch. Like, that's definitely not gonna happen because that's not. Oh, and then they did have this one family where they called the family upstairs. Like, this man had two wives, and he had a family upstairs and the family below. Like, that's some wild shit. Like, bitch, I ain't below. No. So I know the woman upstairs, the family of the woman upstairs, in her mind, I'm sure she's like, yeah, bitch, you in the basement. You know what I'm saying? Like, as females do, it's a ego thing. You know what I'm saying? So, but what I think about polygamy, I believe, like, I wouldn't have a problem. But like I said, I think that I know that his pockets would have to be long. I'm not living in no house with another woman. I would have my own motherfucking house, and I would also like let him know. Like, I mean, we have to have like real conversation about sexuality and sex because you got this one dick and you sharing it with me and you sharing it with her and maybe whoever, how many wives he have, right? What makes you think I don't want to fuck somebody else? Like, yeah, I'm your wife, but you also have other wives. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's just be honest. Like, does that even really make motherfucking sense? Like, no, it don't. Regardless of what, I'm not saying like right off the bat, like when we get married, like I'm gonna be out, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, nah, nah. But over a course of time, like, you know, just know that I got a little something. Like, you got a little something. Why the woman can't have a little something when you got this one day? Somebody make that make sense to me. Like, you know, like what? It's just an ego thing with men, like, and that property thing shit, like, because you're my wife, you belong to me. I mean, yeah, I'm married to you, but still, I'm still my own person. And also, if you have to have like a real conversation about sex, like in a polygamy situation, like, okay, right, you got these many wives, and I'm one of your wives too, but it's gonna be a time like I think I'm gonna want to have sex with someone else, like, and maybe your dick is out of gas at this moment when I need it. So then what? I just supposed to play with myself and get a dildo? I don't do dildos, boo. Anyway, I don't put foreign shit in my pussy. So what are you talking about? That's just my thoughts on the shit. You know what I'm saying? What do y'all think about this shit? This PPP, pussy control, polygamy, and pedophilia that be going on in these churches, child, and just in life in y'all let me know. Let me know. Y'all know my name is Rill, and I'm an intimacy coach / seductress with the service called Seductive ArT. And I'll be having my next Seductive ArT on July 9th. You can go to my website, which is seductive-art.com, and get all of your information about it. If you have any questions, you can hit me up, and I'll answer all your questions. And I hope to see you ladies there. It's a ladies' thing, it's a black woman's thing, actually. And it's interactive, it's informative, and it's filled with sexy fun. It's a workshop like no other. The age range is 21 and up. I did want younger because we need to get more ladies, younger ladies in, just to give them the education and knowledge they need about sexuality, and just discovering their own sexuality, and have these conversations. So, but because there'll be alcohol in the building, I was like, no, I don't want to be checking people's ID and somebody's daughter that's underage drinking. So no, so at one point I will do one with just young girls, but this one is just for 21 and older. And I hope to see y'all there. And it's gonna be fantastic. It's in New York City. And I'm also an author. The title of my book is called Quickie is Read While You Fuck While You Read. Get that. It's only $1.99. It's in ebook form only. And I'm also a designer. This is one of my pieces. It's a tunic. It's really cute. And I have it on sale. And if you sign up, you can get it. What the fuck? Receive 10% off on purchases that you purchase. I have new arrivals. I have a swimwear, and I have a dress that I just did. So yeah, so go over there and check that out. And I'd like to say thank y'all so much. Please, if I resonate with you, you know what to do. Hit that, click that. I appreciate that. And yeah, donations is greatly accepted. I'm doing it on my own motherfucking productions out this bitch. So yeah, so I'll see y'all tomorrow. I hope y'all be well and great. Oh, wait, before we leave, you already know how we leave. You always tell y'all to be kind, be great, be gracious, be about your money, all this whole shit that you need for you, whatever that means for you. But most importantly, throughout everything, throughout anything, while you're here on this earth, always, and don't compromise ever. And that is be you. It's time we peace.